we're live. Okay, guys, we are live. Hi, I'm Juliet Edens. Go ahead, George, if you want to go and everybody introduce yourself. I'm known as Coach Juliet Edens, health and wellness coach and personal trainer added to the list. And my channel, I think, is just called Juliet Edens right now. George,
Yeah, absolutely.
your turn.
Yeah, I'm George Goodenough. I'm from Bridgewater and Somerset in England. Been in the carnivore space, or certainly the low carb space, since March of 22. Reverse type 2 diabetes and lost 120 pounds. Now very much part of the international carnivore community. I'm a trained coach with Dr. Kilt, and I am the UK ambassador to Healing Humanity. So I've got a couple of roles, and also myself and my colleague here, Carl. We are the founder members of the Great British Meetup, the first of which happened last year, and the second of which will be happening in June of next year. Anyway, so Jonathan,
really it's my turn. Well, yeah. Hello, my name is Jonathan. I'm 24 years old. I'm from Norway. I've been on the proper human diet for over 2 years now. And I mean, it even helped me survive getting hit by a car recently.
We'll get into that. We have to.
But yeah, also it has helped me reverse like a long list of things. I don't even remember all of it, but like the essence of it is like depression, anxiety, IBS, really bad skin issues, and yeah, so much more.
Okay, well, I'm Carl. I'm 24 years old. He said, can't remember that far back. I'm 59-year-old, former obese expert, crap diet eater you could ever meet throughout my life. Discovered this way of eating by sheer chance and out of desperation, really. I was pre-diabetic. They wanted me to go on statins. They wanted me to take blood pressure tablets, and I was very resistant. By sheer chance, saw the Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson interview, turned to my wife and said, well, I could do that. And she did her usual roll of the eyes, not another bloody crazy diet. And 2.5 years later, I'm just under 7 stone lighter, which is 96, 97 pounds in American style. Lighter, normal blood pressure, no longer at risk of diabetes, fully fit. I used to do judo for quite a senior level. I played rugby at a very senior level, and I'm probably fitter now than I was in those days. And it's all because of diet.
You look amazing.
Thanks,
Carl. And then Dawn, or as we say, I grew up in New Jersey. I would call you Dawn, but I'm in Missouri now, so I'll say Dawn.
Oh, are you? I didn't know that. Okay, we're the only two from the U.S., huh?
Yes.
Okay.
The best two. Oh, sorry, guys.
Well, I've been doing carnivore for I did it seriously for about 9 months, and I'm kind of embarrassed to say that I fell off the carnivore wagon this summer, and I'm struggling to get back on, because when I was doing strict carnivore, I felt amazing. The weight was coming off. I lost all the inflammation, and for some reason, it's like a drug. You know, I went back off of it, and I turned back to sugar. And it's embarrassing to admit, and I'm admitting it now for everybody. But I've been trying to get back on. I've been doing ketovore, and honestly, it's not the same. I want to do full carnivore. Yeah, it's not the same. Wow. Ketovore is good to get started into carnivore, but that's the goal. It's always the goal to do just strict carnivore. So I'm just going to be sitting in the background listening to you guys today, and hopefully get inspired to,
Oh, well, we're going to talk about your channel and everything. We're going to go all over. I should say I'm 61 years old. I've been carnivore since January 2025. I'm very strict carnivore, only because, not to say, wow, I'm good. It's because I know if I'm not, the same with alcohol. I gave up alcohol, used to drink a bottle of wine a night, gave them, both up. But I just know if I delve into a little bit of that, or I could have a taste of that, for me, I'll be off the wagon.
Right.
I cured reverse type 2 diabetes. I was on high blood pressure medication. I'm no longer on that. I was on
Wow.
antidepressants, thyroid medication, because I forget to say the thyroid in most of my things. So anyway, here I am today, and I take no medication at age 61. So
That's the
so
best
excited.
part, right?
Yes.
Most carnivores don't take any medication.
I
That I
love
know.
it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Right.
And Jonathan, I have to tell you, we were on a couple lives, and boy, it's hard to get people not to call you Norse anymore. His channel was Norse Carnivore. And when I say Jonathan in particular groups, many people think of, okay, we got to get rid of some people. Hold on,
We
guys.
got some trolls here, Juliet. I don't know whether you got a wrench you can hit them with.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, people do that all the time. Sorry. Give me 1 second. You could talk. I'll get it fixed.
You know, you kind of know you made it when you're attracting trolls, Juliet. So I wouldn't worry about it.
I know someone told me
Right?
that. They're like, yeah, let me get on my phone. You guys talk. Ignore the trolls. I'll get them.
Yeah, no worries. That's all right.
It's
Anyway,
a
Dawn, it's a long
form
time
of
since
ma-
I've seen you. You're all right, my dear big sister.
Excuse me?
I said it's a long time since I've seen you, big sister. How are
I
you doing?
I know. Well, you've been busy. I know you're just taking off over there in the carnivore world. So
Yeah.
I didn't want to bother you because I know you got a lot on your plate. But I need to get back. Oh, lady, hi.
Hi, lady.
I hope you'd show up.
Are you popping in to say hello?
Hello.
Hey.
You see
Hello.
what you're doing here?
Hey,
the Wrestling Witch face mark, yes.
hey, Don, are you live? It's saying I can't delete. They're on your channel.
Who? Me?
No, Dawn.
The crazy.
I don't know. How do I do that?
Yeah, it's on a guest destination. Okay, go on.
Somebody just banned Amy. You didn't ban Amy, did you?
No, I did not.
In the comments room.
Did I ban Amy?
Yeah, I think
no. No, I did not.
We need to get
Oh,
Amy back.
do I put stream this to your audience? Do I click on that?
It says this is coming through. Like when I say that, it says this comment is on a guest destination. Only your guest can delete the comment. So somebody else is streaming it.
Which?
How did I?
Which one is it? Oh, that one.
Oh, is it you?
Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's gone.
Jonathan. All right. So somebody Google how to get Amy back.
Yes. We want to get Amy back. We don't want to ban Amy. That's for sure.
I removed her comments, and it says Amy was banned, and her comments were removed. How do you unban a person, guys?
Oh no!
Somebody Google how to unban my best friend.
Oh no! Is it you banned her?
She's not your best friend anymore.
Right? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm the last one to ask. I am not tech savvy at all.
No,
no clue.
Oh no.
So you deleted those comments or whatever from your channel, right?
I think so.
Because I can still see it, but I don't care.
Or oh, wait. I don't know. Whatever.
You're piled up. But
if,
anyway,
if we ever needed the definition of organized chaos, we've got it on video.
We got it right
Can
here.
you find how I get my friend Amy back, please?
Oh no.
Actually, Amy's the person to ask because she's the IT expert.
Yeah.
Amy, give me a ring on WhatsApp and I'll and tell us how to do it.
We should, yeah. I let me see if I have her phone number. That would be funny. But anyway, let's say hi to Rick because Rick, Charge Mopo is here visiting us. Coach Angela Mullins, love her. I'm the Primal Lifestyle says
That's me.
Hi, Ashton. That's you. Oh, I thought you're the Primal Lifestyle, or I thought you were Ancestral.
No, that's
No, I'm
Jonathan.
Okay.
That's
so-
me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I changed my handle recently.
Gotcha. Okay. So is the Spleeking a real person? Or is he a troll?
Listen, let the trolls in. That's
Yeah,
it's
just-
the best form of flattery.
You
Yeah,
got
let
it.
them
We have
talk.
49ers fan. We have Carnivore Jerry. Hello. Jerry's able to make it before her live. So I love that. Granny Boo's on. Let's say hi.
Okay,
George
hang on a
Jones.
second. I've just received a WhatsApp from Amy. She doesn't know how to get herself out of timeout. You have to do it, Juliet. That's what I'm being told. And we've got a message from Gary Noslow. And Gary is saying, hang on a sec. View Amy's channel on phone. Click the 3 dots to get unblock option. So
What does he want me to do?
he wants you to go onto your phone and view Amy's channel and click the 3 dots to get the unblock option. Apparently, it's not something I would know how to do.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
I mean, this is just great though, because I mean, the thing is, Amy's actually WhatsApp me personally. Then Gary's
So I'm
gone
on Amy's channel.
Yeah.
And then what?
Go on the
3 dots.
3 dots.
3
apparently,
dots.
whatever that means.
Where the hell are the 3 dots?
Up in the corner, Norway, up in the corner.
What do you mean 3 dots?
Oh, there she is from a different channel.
She made it?
Yeah, she went on her other account.
Brilliant.
Baby.
Is she on? Where is she? Oh, Amy, I'm so sorry. You're like my best
Some friend.
Well,
And
if
it's really
anybody
not
knows how
fault.
to deal with IT stuff, it's definitely Amy. She is our IT expert, along with Lewis.
Sorry.
She's
I'm like,
she's like
I
a fungus.
blocked you by accident. And me and George are like, well, who do we call to fix it? We're like, only Amy would know how to fix it. And we can't reach her. Look at Amy's like, we'll talk later, Juliet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, you're in trouble.
I'm in
Uh-oh.
trouble. I'm in big trouble. Oh, this happened on Old Guy Carnivore's channel. And that's how Mitch unblocked Rick. I figured it out. See, but when I went to Rock and Co Jamie channel, this one, she wasn't blocked. So that makes sense. She must have come in on another channel. And then everyone's saying hi to Amy.
Yeah, Amy's saying the same thing as Gary, saying you have to go to my account, click on the 3 dots and unblock, I think. So that's 2 people saying the same thing. So,
It's got to be right because I don't know what I'm doing. Jonathan, before you fall asleep, because I know what time is it there?
10:13 p.m.
Wow.
all right.
I
Ladies,
am really.
you
Yeah,
Lainey.
yeah.
Cheers, lady.
Yeah, you guys owe me a salad for staying up this late. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
absolutely.
Like I said, Papa Carnivore falls asleep live all the time. But
Yeah.
I am so sorry. Did you see my thumbnail for when we meet in a few weeks? Jonathan is going to be forever known as the guy that landed in America to go to Hack Your Health, is 2 minutes away from the main Hack Your Health area and gets hit by a car.
No way.
Yeah, I feel like that's not even a joke. I'm gonna be known as that forever, probably.
You will, Jonathan.
For the first question I got to ask you, Jonathan, how's the car?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm the only one who made it out of the hospital, so
That's good. Yeah.
Oh my God.
it just bounced right off me, and whatever happened after that.
Wow.
He's a strong
Wow.
dude. And
You immediately became the most famous carnivore in the world, because I was actually giving a Zoom report to Kerry as my
Every
role as
line.
UK ambassador when Lewis notified me that you've been hit by a car. So
Oh,
I was able
really?
to pass it on in live to Kerry, who then I think came and found you the next day to interview you. So yeah, it was
on
insane.
every live And then the hospital picture of you just smiling and laughing and bleeding. And like, I'm horrified. And you're like, oh.
I mean,
my
what else can
God.
you do really than just laugh at the whole situation? So,
Oh, it was so. Then very quickly after, Carrie Mann did a live with Jonathan, and the thumbnail was hysterical. It actually shows a cartoon car hitting him. He's bleeding and he's like popping up smiling. And I'm like, that is the funniest thing. So I just did a little car on our thumbnail, not actually hitting you, Jonathan. So, Carl, I want to hear from you. What's going on December 8th? How are you involved in this? But first, I want to say really quickly hi to Catherine's Fabulous 60s. I think they're coming through different channels. I can see all the texts, and Lambs is on. Say hello. Muskogee Land.
Yeah, that's Christopher.
Christopher. So if you could read them, you could do shout outs. Can you read the chats?
Yeah. Hi, Christopher. Hi, Catherine. I'm glad you guys are here. You know, a lot of people want to find out about carnivore. So I went ahead. Is it okay that I'm live? I did that after you said that because I wasn't.
Absolutely okay. 100%.
Yeah. So there, you know, a lot of my friends ask me about it and stuff. And I've always tell them to go to George. George is my carnivore guru. And it's like, if you want to know anything, go to his channel. He knows, he's the one that taught me. So
we'll go through that for sure. Michael's Adventures is on. Hi, Michael. Love Michael. Very good friend. Nikki Silverstacker's on. He joined my live the other day. I was so excited. And Don, you must know Deanna. Oh, Deanna Raw. Hello. I thought it was Dawn. She says, we all look great.
Aw.
I know her. I'm sorry.
It's very winter over here, and I'm looking a bit paler than I usually do because I usually hold my suntan quite well, but I am noticeably.
What's it like over there right now? Because it's hot as heck here.
All right, okay, Dawn, don't rub it in. Yeah, it's hot. It's hot as heck in the kitchen because we've got the log burner going because we have to.
No, it's like 80 degrees in California today. It is hot.
Yeah, exactly. We were on with Rick Rodriguez from Florida earlier, and he was complaining about having to have the air conditioning on, and you know, it's
yep.
Yeah, but having said that, the Amy who we were talking about earlier, she lives in Indiana, and she was under snow last week, so it's a very different climates in the state.
Yeah, are you getting snow in Missouri? Because I saw Nebraska got hit.
No, not yet. It was bitter cold today. It was rainy, cold. I think Monday we get hit for sure. That's
Dawn,
okay.
are you originally from Nebraska? I was trying to think the other day. I know you. Yeah, I thought you were. Yeah.
Yeah, so. From the Midwest, and they got a lot of snow recently. So, and I'm actually kind of jealous because it's just really hot right now. We've got the air on. It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah, Indiana's getting hit now.
Yeah, well, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan, and over there they know what snow's about. I don't know what you lot are whinging about.
Right.
Girl, Mike, back to you. Mike, back to you because I interrupted with hellos. You got the floor.
Buffalo's in New York, isn't it, Carl? Is that right?
That's New York State, yeah. It's
on
the Canadian border, basically. It's where Niagara Falls is, pretty much. So, but yeah, this time of year with the American football, when I go over there, then it's just ridiculous snow. It's just surreal. Yeah, right. and then I land back in Heathrow, and we can't get off the plane because there's less than an inch of frost on the gantry, and they can't detect the plane. You know, and you're like, this is mental. So. Yeah, so the 8th of December, we're doing a mini meetup, and that all sprung from George and I obviously got involved and set up the Great British Meetup, and we met a fabulous couple there, Tom and Lindy, and they own a little freestyle sort of farm, but it's grass-fed cattle that they're rearing themselves. And they have a barn there that they got married in, and they said, well, we could host one. So we are planning to host a a proper summer one there after the Great British Meetup on June the 13th. We're going to be going for, I think we're going for July the 4th, a date you guys might know as for some other reasons.
Right.
And we're going to, but what happened was I got approached by a production company on my YouTube channel asking us about, they're looking to do a series of 6 programs about alternative choices that people make. And one of them is about health. And they wanted to understand why people stopped going to doctors and going to the likes of YouTube and social media to get health advice. And they wanted to investigate it. And the head reporter there is a lady called Stacey Dooley. She's done quite a few investigatory programs, etc. And she's quite well known here in the UK. And they're doing the film of a BBC 6 series. Now, my initial concern was this going to be a hit piece, to try and make us look like tinfoil wearing lunatics.
Right.
I then engaged Lee Copus, who I know quite well, who's the Kent Carnivore, and also Stephen Thomas, who's Coach Stephen. And we, as a 3, sort of went to the production program, had a long chat with them, and we've agreed to set up this mini event, which they're going to film, not going to interfere with it. They're going to allow us to do what we're doing. They're going to film it. And then they want to do some one-to-one interviews with various individuals that are in attendance, just to get an understanding of why people have turned to social media rather than taking the mainstream advice. So we are going to be very careful what we say, because I know how editing can work, and you can say one thing and they can make it sound something totally different. But we're going in there with our eyes open. Because I'm like George. George used to say it to me, and just so you know, George in my eyes is still known as the puppet master because he pulls all the bloody strings.
Yeah.
But we are all about getting our message out into a wider community. So even if this was a attempted hit at us, I think the overall, if we get our messaging right, then we get an opportunity to get it to a wider audience in the UK. So we're going into it with our eyes open, but we are conscious of how media can twist things.
God, that would be awful.
And George, you're coming, aren't you?
Yeah, I think we're winning out all the big guns, all the best known carnivores in the UK. Stephanie's going as well. Louise Benning, who is the Noakes Foundation ambassador, various other people. Jonathan's just saying that he hasn't been, or he's not coming or something, Carl. I don't know if you know anything about that. But
I don't know. There was invites put out. I thought Jonathan was included in the original invites. If he wants to come, I've got a space available, because we're trying to keep it to about 25 people, because it's a mini meetup. On the 8th of December. The 8th of December.
Okay. I got confused.
So, Jonathan, if you want, I saw a message flash past a minute ago. If you're interested in coming along, Jonathan, it's in Kent near near the Dartford crossing. I can send you all the details and I'll email you. That was the first person. All right, okay.
Hey, look. Go ahead.
So anyhow, Jonathan, I'll contact you outside this tomorrow morning, and we'll sort out bits and pieces. So, but you're lined up, Jonathan, for the GB meetup next year, isn't that right, George?
That's correct. Jonathan will be the key speaker next year, because obviously we didn't have a space for him this year. So next year he will be. We've got various other speakers. Dr. Kiltz has promised me he's coming, so he will also be a speaker there next year. And we got various other options as well. So it's going to be good. It's going to be great.
And
I think Juliet is actually coming as well. So it's
maybe I'll come too. It's not too far for me.
No, it's not. It's just across the North Sea for you, John.
Yeah,
you're more than welcome if you want to.
When is it?
It's Monday week on the 8th of December.
Which one?
Not this coming Monday.
I was thinking about
the.
I was talking about the.
Sorry, I misheard. Sorry, yeah. The Great British Meetup. That's
thing.
Great.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant event. Brilliant event.
When is that one?
That is Saturday, the 13th of June. However, there is a pre-meetup gathering the night before on June the 12th, Friday, June the 12th. So it's kind of over 2 days. The pre-meetup gathering is not an exclusively event for us, but it is. The venue is open to the public on Friday evening, and it worked very well this year. The caterer for us on the Saturday will be there with a hog roast, but for the general public, but he knows not to try and give us bread rolls. So we will be having it over the Friday evening, and then the whole day on the Saturday, the venue is given over to us. So that's how it works. Talking of which, I've actually started booking the hotel now. Juliet and Doug, I'm going to book in tomorrow, as I am Steph and Nikki. So if anybody else from abroad or further away wants me to book them into the local carnival-friendly hotel, which Carl stayed in last year, so he can confirm that, then yeah, I can do that. But you'll need to contact me via the usual channels, WhatsApp or on my channel or on my Facebook. Or failing that, if you haven't got contact with me, then contact Carl, and we can get the whole hotel booked out basically. But because it's about 17 rooms, so that would be nice if people want to come. So that'd be great.
It's going to be great. I love that. I love Lewis. We all love Lewis. He wrote, "Hello to all my friends across the pond," and Juliet. That's how I read it. Oh yeah, and you. Yeah, and to whoever.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm very anxious to get a bit of intercontinental travel going for the carnival communities to go. I mean, the thing is that Dawn, I think you only live about an hour away from Anaheim, don't you? About an hour away from California Disney. So if anybody's holidaying in California, LA, then get contact Dawn. I'm sure she'll.
I'd love it.
Come and see you. Absolutely. So yeah.
That's the idea behind having these mini meetups, that little communities living close to each other can get together, and then you can do the bigger meetups where there's probably more travel involved. But the mini ones are a good way of getting the community set up and going.
Right. I'm surprised we haven't had one out here. If anybody wants to host one, LA would be a good place for that.
I go to San Diego.
I think there is. Yeah, I think San Diego is in January, Dawn. I know that Angela Lero lives in LA, and I know she's going.
I know Chris Brandlin does host quite a bit in that area. I think.
Yeah, he's in Nevada. Yeah, he's actually in Nevada.
I didn't know. How do I find out about that stuff? Because I'm not aware.
Oh, speak to me. It's a Healing Humanity one, Dawn, and as you know, I'm the UK ambassador to Kerry. So if you need to find out about the thing, just speak to me.
I love that.
Yeah,
go to the Puppet Master always.
Absolutely, yes, the Puppet Master strikes again.
Right?
I'm far better behind the scenes. I am on my own channel, but I will. I'll probably put an announcement on my own channel. But I can tell you. I think it's the back end of January. There is a meetup in San Diego, which I believe is a Healing Humanity meetup. So I'll keep you informed on that one. So that's no problem.
Yeah, I'd love that.
How far San Diego from you, Dawn?
About 2 hours.
Really? Okay, so it's close. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad. I could do that in a day. So I'd love it. That's in January?
I think so. Yeah, I believe so.
Amy, I just put it on screen. Chris is going to be in Vegas March 28th. Looks like. And I have family in Vegas. Is that the trip you guys are talking about?
No, it's a different one. That's a Chris Brandon one in Las Vegas. So I mean, there's so many up in the USA now that it's hard to keep a track of them, to be perfectly honest with you. So it's but there's plenty going on. As you know, I'm involved with the Rendezvous City Beef Roundup in August of next year in Wyoming, Rivers in Wyoming. So that's another option. And obviously there's Actual Health every year from now on. Is that staying in Tampa Bay? Does anybody know?
I think they said it's staying there. Yeah, next year.
Yeah. Because it was in Austin, Texas last year, but they moved it to Tampa Bay, and I think they intend to keep it in Tampa Bay. So that's another option that everybody has.
Let's see. What did Rick just say? Heart Attack Grill in Las Vegas.
And then, of course, what the idea is a bit of carnival tourism, so you can actually tie in a visit to the States with a bit of tourism at the same time. So I believe, Jonathan, that's pretty much what you did. You didn't just fly into Hack Your Health and then fly out again, did he? I think you stayed on and did a bit of socializing afterwards. Is that correct?
Yeah. I stayed for 2 weeks actually in total, and then I mean I went down
Wow.
to Dr. Kiltz's place and down there, and we filmed like a podcast together. He showed me around his clinic, and yeah, we had a great day. And then
Nice.
I also met up with Eleni. I think you guys know Eleni, and
Yeah.
we went to like a Greek grill thing. I had octopus. And
Yeah, we saw that
the
grill.
day, and the day after, I actually went fishing with her dad. We went
Nice.
fishing all day. Got some Spanish mackerel and some other stuff. And yeah, also I like went checked out some like wildlife areas. Saw my first wild alligator, which was pretty cool. And yeah, a bunch of other stuff.
How close were you to the alligator? Like,
Uh-huh.
was it scary? How close did you get to the alligator, and was it scary?
Oh, I ate it for lunch afterwards. That's
Good carnivore. So, may I have interest, Jonathan, you being out where you are,
Sorry.
where you are, how big is the carnivore community, or are you at the moment a bit on your own and trying to get more awareness?
Yeah, so I'm. It's definitely growing in Norway. I don't really have anyone in my area that I know of, except for my dad, who started like 21 weeks ago or something like that. But I'm working on like trying to build up the local community and stuff and see if I can get meetups happening, but it's not that easy. But it's like the interest in carnivore and just eating meat in general is definitely growing, right? There's
Yeah.
like
Right.
there's like a Facebook group that has I think almost 10,000 members, like a Norwegian one. And keep in mind
Oh,
we're only 5 million people or something like that. So it is actually a pretty good size. And yeah, it's starting to pop up more in like mainstream media and stuff, getting coverage. Of course, they like bash it all the time, but but
Right.
that's definitely a good sign, though, right?
But you
And
being a former Viking, you're probably the original carnivore anyhow.
yeah,
Right.
exactly, right.
Right.
But no, yeah. So my goal is to like actually start hosting meetups around here and stuff, and maybe eventually have like a convention thing as well. See if I can
Nice.
get some of the like Dr. Kilt's people and people like that over to speak or something like that. It would be great
Okay.
because you know, we're very competitive with Sweden, right? We don't like Sweden beating us in things, and they had a big meat health convention earlier this year. So yeah, I don't like that. They can't be ahead of us.
Well, if
It
we can
sounds
help you in
like I
any
have
way,
a trip, what, late 26 to another country, Jonathan, then maybe?
Yeah, maybe. And also, actually, I have like, because my family has like a really nice cabin far out in the woods, like very far from society, like just in a fjord, a beautiful fjord, all pretty much all by itself. And
Wow.
what I've been thinking about, it would be so amazing to host like a retreat or something like that in that spot. And you have like wild sheep going around in the area. You have we have goats. There's like wolverines. Yeah, they're kind of dangerous though, but they usually they
I
don't
didn't know
really.
Wolverines were real. I thought that was like an Avenger or a movie or something.
Oh, no, they're little bear-like creatures with really sharp claws.
Okay,
And
I'm
yeah,
staying
and
in the States
foxes.
then. See, Americans, we have lots of guns. Like everybody has a. My
Yeah,
daughter's
that's
into,
not. It's not like that here. So
yeah.
so we can't bring our guns. Yeah, my daughter
Can
goes to
we? I'm sorry. Somebody was asking. Olivia was asking if we go in and get our numbers checked as carnivores. She's curious, about your cholesterol, your blood pressure, and all that. Can you address that?
Well, when I first did it, I measured and checked everything, but now I'm more than happy where I'm at. Other than my little experiment I did recently where I deliberately put weight back on because a number of people said, yeah, it's all well and good when you're on it, but if you fall off it, you can't get back on it. So I actually put that into practice and I went back from 85 kilos to 99 kilos, which is about, what's that, George? You're the clever one with the numbers. So about nearly 28 pounds or something, whatever I got back on. And then over the last 4 weeks, I'm back down. I'm now down to 86 again. I'm expecting when I do another check-in this week, I'll be back down to the weight I started with just by going B, B, and E. But
That's right.
So,
Yeah.
So it can be done, and if people fall off, I'm definitely not the most carnivore clean at all. I do bend the rules occasionally, but in general, what I wanted to get back on, I basically had BBBE. I had a little bit of lamb and things like that as well, rather than just the beef, and clicked back in straight away, and well pleased with it. The interesting thing is some of the side effects I had getting putting the weight on, I don't think I'll do the experiment again. I'm going to stick with what I am now because, I want to go a bit more primal, so I'm more seasonal. So whatever the seasonal meats are, that's what I'm going to be trying to do. But other than that, so no, I don't do the monitoring like I used to. I used to check my bloods every other month. I used to check various bits and pieces. You can get too wrapped up in it. At the end of the day, I feel good. I feel fitter. I'm much healthier. And I don't bother doing the checks anymore. I might do it once a year just to keep an eye on stuff.
Yeah.
I think when you first start, a lot of people do that at the beginning because you're nervous. You don't know what's going to happen. And then once you get past that and you realize, hey, it doesn't really matter and your numbers are good, a few things might go up. But overall, I felt so much better. It didn't matter to me. It's like I felt so amazing.
My A1C dropped, so I'm no longer type 2 diabetic. My high blood pressure dropped. I'm no longer on high blood pressure medication. And I bet they're even lower now. My triglycerides went down to 50, and my good HDL is, I think I want to say it's a little over 100. Now my LDL is 200, but it's been 200 for 25 years, even when I ate vegan, vegetarian, working out, skinny little thing.
Right.
So at 200 to me is not high, number one, but it remained. It's still the same. And I eat a lot of fat.
Good.
Yeah, my story about that is basically when I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes on March 1st, 22, I used to get called forward for what they call a Wellman check here in the UK every year. So on coinciding with my birthday, and I had to, get my bloods done. But once I actually went low carb and then carnivore, I've had 3 perfect blood tests in a row. The last one being in September of last year. And the entire panel came back absolutely perfect. And they said, right, you're no longer type 2 diabetic. And I was expecting to get called forward again. They said, no, now that you've healed yourself, we're not calling you forward for any more blood tests. So I'm not going to go and pay for them myself. And obviously, if they're happy, I'm happy. And I haven't changed anything. So, yeah, I've ceased to do so. And I'm just trusting the process, basically, because, as long as I feel as well as I do, and as long as I maintain the carnivore diet, then I'm perfectly happy not to get the blood test because I don't really like going to the doctors in the first place anyway, to be perfectly honest with you. So it's a waste of time. And I'm happy not checking anything at the moment, to be honest with you.
So rather than checking, rather than checking all my,
at least the ones that I know, not that.
Sorry, Dawn.
Ladies first. Dawn, you go.
I was just going to say most carnivores don't have to take blood pressure medicine because Christopher was asking, or cholesterol meds. But most people that I know in my age group, 60 and above, are taking either cholesterol meds or blood pressure meds. But the only ones that aren't are the ones that are doing carnivore.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Go ahead.
rather than me worry about measurements and that, I keep this particular photo as my reminder. So this was
Oh my
me
God.
2.5 years ago.
Wow.
Now,
I
if you
wouldn't even
look
recognize you.
at the
Oh my
necklace,
God.
look at the
Wouldn't even-
necklace, because this is the same necklace.
Oh my gosh.
That's how big
That's
my
amazing.
necklace
Wow.
was.
It was a
So I've
choker.
got
Wow.
on some-
Yeah.
So that's when I was
Amazing,
at
Carl.
22 stone. So I was
Yeah.
nearly 230 kilos. So that's my check to make sure I'm back on. in the right
Absolutely.
direction.
And if I can just do the same thing, those of you who don't
Oh
know
my
my
God.
story, that's the before and after photographs.
Oh
That
my
was when I
God,
weighed
George.
It's incredible.
293 pounds down to, I think I was about 170 pounds. That was taken over in Wyoming in August. And that was me before and after. That's a difference of 5 years. So yeah, carnivore works, folks.
Incredible.
It really does. That's both me and Carl have proved that. So
You know
that's,
what's ironic? When I first started, and the people are, oh, you're going to get this and you're going to get that. And suddenly I was worried about getting my bloods. And I had to laugh at myself because I thought, when I ate crap, when I drank a bottle of wine every night for years, I couldn't care less what my labs were. I don't even think I went to the doctor for that matter. And I probably lied. How much do you drink? One. I just leave out the word bottle a night,
Right,
So
right.
I don't condemn people, that want to do that. I did the same thing. I'm like, I better check my labs. Oh boy. And I wanted to say one other thing. We have a person on here, Charge Mopar is the handle. His name is Rick Rodriguez, very famous in this. And I think George alluded to, but we have some new people on. He's been carnivore for 42 years. 42.
What?
42.
yes, 42 years, Dawn.
Yes, I've known of anybody.
Did you guys know he's taller than Sean Baker? I saw it
That's
with my own
amazing.
eyes 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Rick is 6'6" and Sean is 6'5". And I too have seen that photograph, Jonathan. Yes, I can confirm that as well.
Yep.
He's saying that nobody's impressed about his before and after photographs. Actually,
Well, that
Rick,
started when he
there's
was
no reason why they
16.
shouldn't be, because you were apparently quite a small child when you started. So you could show your picture of when you started, when you were not very well developed to what you are now. So that's your before and after photos, because I can confirm that Rick started in 1983 when he was still at high school, and then he got a growth spurt because of carnivore, and he's still waiting for the heart attack that he thought he was going to give himself by going, because he didn't want to go to school anymore. That's the reason why he decided to give himself a heart attack by going carnivore. There we go.
Yeah, I'm still
Rick
waiting for
said,
Scurvy.
Yes, Jonathan knows I am a real person indeed. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Well, can I ask, well, besides Carl, but you did this on purpose, have any of you fallen off the carnivore wagon before?
no. It took me a
No.
long time to get to
Just
full
me.
carnivore, Dawn. But I haven't fallen off on account of the fact that I know where you see, you know what I was like before, Dawn. I just showed you that I don't want to go back to that. I just don't want to put
Right.
myself at that risk. And I'm now into a really good, what my old friend, the carnivore soldier, called the battle rhythm. So I'm into the good rhythm of eating this way. And I'm not, I don't want to ever risk, coming off it, because it works for me. And as it does, I know your story is that we met in October last year, and I was able to coach you through what I call boot camp, which was your first 90 days. And then you became a carnivore influencer in your right. But then you went on holiday to Morro Bay this year, I think it was. Am I right in thinking?
Yeah, my granddaughter was in town, and yeah, we were on vacation, and that was the end of that. I started doing Starbucks again. I started having my Starbucks coffee. First, it was just keto coffee, and then it just took off from there, and it just got progressively worse. And before I knew it, I was totally not doing carnivore anymore, and the weight started coming back on. I started feeling like crap. I got the inflammation, the whole bit, everything that I worked so hard for, and I was just so embarrassed and so angry at myself, because it's like a drug addict that finally kicked heroin. Why the hell would you go back? Why would somebody do that? I was very disappointed, but this time around, I seem to be having a more difficult time. It was easier the first time to get back into doing carnivore. This time I'm having a little bit difficult time. I'm doing keto, but I need to do full carnivore to feel my best, to get rid of all the inflammation. And so I need to buckle down. But you guys know it's the holidays. I have lots of grandkids here, and that's my excuse, but it's not a good one. I know. So I need to work on that. I want to. I really want to get back to that. Just eating beef, butter, eggs. It's amazing how well I felt, and I had lost 60 pounds, and it's very disappointing. And I don't want to talk about it because I don't know of any other carnivores that have done this. I think I'm the only one, because most people, once they start doing carnivore, they know how amazing.
No, you're not the only one, Dawn. Believe me, we're in quite a big community in the Kilts Mighty tribe, and we get people reporting this all the time, and
Really?
they struggle to get back on. So don't worry, you're not the only one. But once you're actually in the carnivore community, then just because you happen to fall off the wagon doesn't mean you leave the carnivore community. It means that we're here to help you and to talk you back through it. As you know,
and not hassle you and say shame on you. Because we've been through that. Well, and not me on carnivore, but how many diets have I been through? That I failed, or they failed me and failed and failed, and it's a shame. And then I would just beat myself up, and then I wouldn't. Like, the more I was upset with myself, the more likely I was not getting back on it. Like, because I was in that emotion instead of going, well, screwed up. I have another 100 years to live. I'll get back on it when I'm ready. Not going to pressure myself.
Right.
So, Dawn, you've got to remember, there are no carnivore police, right? So you're not going to get arrested and thrown in for jail, right? Second thing is, you say you lost 60 pounds. You haven't put 60 pounds back on, have you? So you're in a better place now than you are when you started the first time round. So if you do get away from all your temptations, which obviously the holiday season is massive for you at the moment, but just get back on it. And even if you just get back on it for 3 days and come off and then go on for 5 days and then build it up, there's nothing wrong. You're in a better position now than you were when you first went on it, because you said you lost 60 pounds and you haven't put all that weight back on. No. So you're in a good place to go again when the opportunity fits for you. Don't beat yourself up about it. We all slip up.
That was a good point you made, and that was what drew me to the carnivore community. Is there are no carnivore police. I never felt judged, like, oh, you're not a good enough carnivore, or you know what I mean? And that's what I appreciated about the carnivore community. Everybody wanted to help you feel good. They wanted to help you do this, instead of making you feel bad that you weren't doing it correctly. Like some diets, you're not doing it right. That's why you're not losing weight fast enough. The carnivore community was never like that. And so that's been a very strong point for me. That's what's kept me going, because everybody just feels good and they want everybody else to feel good. That's what this is about.
A couple of points, Dawn. The first one being, there is no definition of the carnivore diet. It's each to his own, very much so. Secondly, would you say that you eat more 70% plus of your energy from meat or animal products still?
The majority of my diet is definitely meat, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think I probably told you before, the definition of a hypercarnivore is somebody or some animal, some being that consumes 70% of their energy plus from meat. So you still fit in the hypercarnivore, in the kind of hypercarnivore bracket. There's an awful word, ketovore, which has taken over from that, the actual scientific definition of hypercarnivore. I'd much rather use hypercarnivore because it's scientific. Okay. Ketovore is an invented word, which is ketogenic, and vor, which means somebody who eats. But somebody can be ketogenic and be a herbivore. So therefore, you can actually be on a vegan on a keto diet and being an omnivore. So ketovore I'm an amateur etymologist. I like words. I'm a straight A English student, and I do not like that word ketovore, because anybody who's a vegan can claim to be a ketovore as well. So anyway, what they can't do is claim to be a hypercarnivore, which we all are, because we all consume more than 70% of our energy from meat or fish or eggs or dairy. So if you're still doing that, Dawn, you're still very much a hyper carnivore.
I'm still considered part of the carnivore family. Good.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, 100%. And you know what? I'm not going to out anybody, but I have a few carnivore friends that say, at Thanksgiving, and maybe they feel the same as you. They don't want to go announce it, but I think people should. You're not hiding anything, but they're like, Thanksgiving, I am eating the pumpkin pie.
Right.
There are some
pork.
people like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And some people could do that. They can just go
That's
out.
the individual's choice, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Right. You're right.
Yeah,
I
I don't know if you noticed, Juliet, but on our coaching WhatsApp group yesterday, it was almost like a church confessions area, wasn't it? Everybody was saying on Black Friday, there was like a confession of what they did on Thanksgiving. So yeah, even the kilts coaches are prone to cranberry
Mary
sauce.
Grace. I do want to do one little brag though. For Thanksgiving this year, I did my first walkathon with my kids did it. And I would not have been able to do that 2 years ago. Even though I'm not as in good a shape as I was a couple months ago. It was huge to me. I finished and I wasn't dead last. That was my goal, was to do it because it was a very hilly course, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this because, I haven't been eating right, blah, blah, blah. But I did it. I finished. And there was a third of the people were still behind me. I kept looking to make sure there's people behind me because I thought I don't want to be dead last. And I turned out I was in like the first 2/3. So I was proud of myself. And honest to God, I would not have done that if it hadn't been for carnivore. So
yeah, and I mean also like just think about it, like now you've like established a new baseline as well, right? You know where your foundation is and you can get back to it whenever you feel the time is right and when you feel ready yourself, right? So you've actually had the experience of what it feels like. So I mean that everyone's in their part of the journey, right? And you've actually, I mean, you've made a huge step to actually get there, right? And now you actually know what it's like and that you can come back to it if you really need it, right?
Yeah. And I'm just grateful for that. And I just thought, God, how much better would I have done if I had stuck to it? But that's the goal. Next year, I told the kids, now I actually have a time. I want to beat this time that it took me, this time around. Next year, I want to beat it by a couple of minutes. So I'm going to be back to being strict carnivore.
Dawn,
I liked it.
We were in contact pretty much all of last Christmas because that's when we were sort of working closest together, when your channel was much smaller and we had time to talk on it, which we don't anymore because it was so big, which we'll talk about later. But how did you, I think you did pretty clean last Christmas, didn't you, if I'm right?
I did. And that's what I don't understand. I got through the holidays. I didn't bake cookies because I was just feeling so good. I was at the point in my carnivore journey where I'd finally got rid of the inflammation. I got out of bed because I was bedridden. I was so sick. Things had turned around for me. And that's why it's like, I need to get back to that mindset. I felt like Wonder Woman at that time. I was just feeling so good, but it just, it's easier than you think to fall off. I didn't think that would happen to me. Back then, I was one of those people that were like, I'm never going back. I'll never eat sugar. I'll never, don't ever say never. And I still can't believe that I, did what I did. But I realize now that I'm not, I am not Wonder Woman, but I still think carnivore is the best diet. At least it has been for me and most of the people I know that are on it. I don't know anyone that's done carnivore that has said, no, it sucked. It was terrible. Everybody that's doing it and stuck with it has seen great results. The only people that say that are the people that did it for a short time and just quit because they just couldn't do it. But I mean, honestly, most carnivores know they've experienced that and they know that it's amazing.
Yeah, we were talking earlier, Dawn, about before and after Fertirass, and I love the one where you're wearing the same clothes in 7 months difference between.
And I hadn't even lost that much weight at that point, which was what freaked me out because I didn't think I'd lost that much. I think I'd only lost like 30 pounds at that point, but my body composition had changed so drastically that the same outfit just hung on me. It looked like
Okay.
I'd lost, way
Yeah,
more than 30
it's
pounds.
a photograph which I treasure, and whenever I talk about you, I always flag that one up to my friends, and so they're amazed as well. So it's
Thank
it
you.
was a remarkable turnaround. It was great fun working with you so closely for that time. We unfortunately we've become very busy in our life, so we don't work quite as closely together anymore. But it's lovely to see you tonight. It really is. So,
Actually,
I'm going to focus on that.
I was just thinking while we were on like the transformation side of things, right? Actually, you usually hear about like the weight loss and see the big like transformations from going big to smaller, right? But for me, it was actually the opposite. I was anorexic before. I mean, not diagnosed, but it's obvious that's what it was, right? And I was severely malnourished. I was just, I looked like a ghost, really. And my bones were probably wasting away. I was losing a lot of muscle and all that. But so for me, I actually put on a lot of weight, or probably fat and muscle and like bones and all that. So it actually works both ways, which I think is, I mean, you're eating what you're supposed to as a human, so your body's going to balance out to where it's supposed to be. Yeah,
and that's the thing we always say, carnivore diet isn't just for losing weight, because most people think diet, they think lose weight. It's just a healthy way of eating. And if you have excess weight to lose, you'll lose it. Or if you need to gain weight, you'll gain it. But it helps your body do what it's supposed to do.
Yep, that's 100% correct, Dawn. I mean, there is this thing about carnivores just about weight loss, and as Jonathan's proven, it's not. So if you think of the three ways the body creates energy, first it will burn carbs because they're toxic to the body. So that's the first thing it tries. So all the sugars and all, they get burned. If there isn't sugars, it goes to ketones, which comes from the fat that the liver's generated, etc. And then it will turn on the muscles. And that's what obviously Jonathan was when he wasn't eating the right balanced diet. It was turning on his own muscles to generate energy. And that's why you see when people are in concentration camps, they're so skinny, etc. So the carnivore diet is the healthy way of eating to give the body the power to do what it needs to do and make it healthy. So you're 100% right in what you say. It's not about weight loss. It's about the right weight balance.
And honestly, I don't know if you guys feel this way, but it really was easy to follow. It really wasn't that hard. That's why I don't know why I'm having a difficult time getting back to it. But it's just, since then, a lot of things in my life have changed and things are different right now. So it's easier, like Christopher said, it's easier to do when you're living alone. When it was just me and my husband here, we out of sight, out of mind. We just bought meat, beef, butter, eggs, just the two of us. But now that I'm buying other foods, we have, family members here. If it's in the house, I'm tempted by it because I'm not very strong. So,
but cut yourself some slack, Dawn, because you're up against multi-billion-pound food companies that are trying to get into your head and get you encouraged to be addicted on sugar, etc. So you're right, it's easy to slip off. And I found when I did my little experiment, it was weird because the first week or so I didn't gain any weight, but I was gone back to my normal diet and I was drinking Guinness and I was doing various things. And then all of a sudden I just felt my clothes almost like in a cartoon character was just growing as it was doing it. And then again, when I lost a chunk at first, and then it slowed, and then I went very consistent back down to where I wanted to be. It's just giving the body the opportunity. Don't be hard on yourself, girl. You're in a better place now than when you first started carnivore. Remember that.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I found now is that my body is very happy where it is, because basically I know that everybody talks about OMAD and 2MAD and not restrictive, but a regime of eating. I'm pretty random now, to be honest with you. I tend to have my first big meal of the day when I get up about 9 o'clock in the morning, which is usually a steak and 2 eggs. And then later on in the day, I might eat nothing, but I might have another big meal later on. I might have some carnivore snacks such as pigs in blankets, which everybody knows about now. later on in the evening, or maybe some eggs or some pork rinds. But it doesn't seem to matter if I vary my if I eat a lot or a little. My body just seems to be happy where it is at the moment. It doesn't vary because I am still very much a scale addict. So I do weigh in every day, and I vary by 2 or 3 pounds over the course of a week, up and down. So it doesn't seem to matter how many so-called, no, I hate that word, calories. But it doesn't matter how much mass I put into my body. My body seems to be happy. It seems to be content with where I am, as long as I stay carnivore. But as Carl has shown, by deliberately coming off carnivore and going back to eating carbohydrates, he actually deliberately put on 11 kilos, so 28 pounds or thereabouts. So that shows a difference between consistency on carnivore and actually adding carbs back in. So yeah, that's.
But I mean, it makes sense though, because I mean, when you're eating what you're supposed to, your hormones will be balanced. So your body's actually giving the signals of how much it needs for your activity levels or whatever, your stress, and whatever it is, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Stress has a huge impact.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
Huge. I always thought I'm a type A personality. That's just me. I don't sleep. That's just me.
Yep.
Get over
That's
it. I've changed a lot. I have a way to go, but when my stress gets up.
The one thing that this lifestyle taught me is I now listen to my body. My body tells me. I can even tell my body telling me I need fish, or I need meat, or I need dairy, and I'm putting that down to my body being low in whatever it is it's requiring. So I'll get a taste for, do you know, I really could have some fish, and I'll go and do myself some fish. Because I think my body's now so fine-tuned to what I've been putting in now, which is not being blocked out by sugars and all the other carbs I was chucking in.
Right.
When I know there's something deficient, I very rarely take electrolytes, but sometimes I think, I just think I need some electrolytes, and I take them, and then I feel like I'm Tigger again, and I'm bouncing around the room, you know.
Right. I've gone through that too, and it's just the electrolytes. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I actually barely even use salt anymore. I just don't need it, and it tastes too strong for me. Like, it's too much. It's just so salty if I salt it that it tastes awful.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've heard a lot of other people too just notice that over time, because I'm over 2 years into it now, that over time they start using less and less salt. But I guess it depends on
That's
a lot of
interesting one,
factors.
Jonathan, because I've actually gone the other way. Because about 6 months ago, I was really suffering leg cramps. So I did a bit of research, and I discovered about magnesium, potassium. So I did consider going down the supplement route. Before I did that, I doubled or trebled the amount of salt I put on my food, and I haven't had a leg cramp since. So I haven't actually bothered with magnesium or potassium. It's just by upping the pink Himalayan rock salt by at least double. It seems to have sorted out my cramps. So now my state gets absolutely covered in pink Himalayan rock salt. It looks like a snowfall on it almost. So it's like it's frosted. It looks like a sugar frosting. It's not. It is in fact pink Himalayan rock salt. So it's, again, as I said before, there are no hard and fast rules on the carnivore diet.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody has to experiment for themselves, which leads us on nicely to what is it, Christopher? I think Muskogee Lad is asking, eggs, bacon, and cheese. Can you have dairy? Absolutely, you can, because it is part of carnivore. But again, you have to monitor it for yourself and see how you get on with it. It's not. There isn't a rule which says no dairy. There isn't a rule which says you can have dairy. The rule is definitely it's an animal product. Therefore, it comes under the carnivore umbrella. But some people suffer on dairy. Other people thrive on it. For myself, I use cheese as what I call a carnivore junk food. I have it as that is kind of my treat. For example, if I go out for a meal, for example, in the Tudor Hotel where Juliet will be next year, then they do an excellent cheese board afterwards. So I will have that as in place of a dessert, or I will have grilled halloumi, which is a cooked cheese. But what I don't tend to do is I don't tend to have a lot of cheese at home because I don't feel the need for it really. It's kind of a special carnivore occasion. So yeah, I say to Christopher, basically experiment. See how you get on with it. If it
Right.
makes you feel bloated or addictive, then obviously cut back on it. But on the other hand, if it's not making you put the weight back on, or you're not getting constipated or bloated, then you're probably fine with it. So it's
Right.
we can't stress enough. There are no carnivore police. There is no such thing as the carnivore diet. There are variations within it, such as the lion diet, but you don't have to follow those. And as I said, hypercarnivore, you can actually you can add some low carb vegetables back in and still remain a hypercarnivore. But I personally choose to have no vegetables whatsoever, but not for the carbohydrates, but for the plant toxins and for the fiber, because what keeps me away from the veg is not the fact that they have carbohydrates in them, it's the fact they have fiber and plant toxins in them. So again, it's really the choice is yours, and it's experiments and research, and then come to your own conclusions.
Right.
Yeah.
Olivia was wondering how long it takes to enter into true ketosis.
Carl, I think you're the expert on this one.
Right.
Well, again, as you said, George, we are here. There is 5 different people, 5 different chemistry labs, and we're putting food into that chemistry lab. So we all act differently. Normally with ketosis, if you've had carbohydrate, the body will burn that off first. Then when you're down to purely down to your meats and your fats, etc., the liver will start to kick in. And as long as you're not taking alcohol and giving the liver something else to do, ketosis normally would come in after about 30 hours. So if you were eating strictly carnivore, after about 30 to 36 hours, that's where the ketosis would start to happen. Some people sooner, some people later, but it's the fat also is the important part of the diet. And it obviously has to be the right fat, the animal fats, not these processed oils and rubbish. I nearly swore then. But normally your body would start going to a ketosis situation within about 30 to 36 hours.
That's good. And did you guys notice, one of the things I was most concerned about when I started, because I'm older, is I was thinking the lack of fiber, not having vegetables, was going to affect me in the bathroom. I had no issues with that whatsoever.
It's the fat. It's the fat. I think a lot of people they get scared because they're overweight. Oh, I can't eat fat. But I found the more fat I ate, the more fat I burnt off. It's really bizarre. And the fat is what helps you deal with the colon. And I recommend anyone that says to you, oh, you must have fiber, go to Lee Cobus's Kent Carnivores video channel and just watch his story. That will put you off fiber for the rest of your life.
Yes, it will.
Alternatively, go to Zoe Harkham. What about fiber? She would explain why fiber is not only unnecessary, but basically an anti-nutrient. She is a PhD from Cardiff University here in the UK, and she can explain it far better than any one of us on this channel can. So anybody who still thinks fiber is necessary or desirable.
Oh yeah, that was my biggest.
There's also, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say there's also Paul Mason on the Low Carb Down Under. There's a video, a channel called that Low Carb Down Under, and where he goes through it's probably the best controlled study on fiber, where you see a dose respondent reaction people have in this study to where the more fiber they have, they get constipation. That sort of, I think it's idiopathic constipation they look at, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then the people who cut it completely out, all the symptoms went away, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I had absolutely no issues. As a matter of fact, it was better than ever. I never had any problems. I didn't get diarrhea. I didn't get constipated. Everything was the way it should be. And that blew my mind, because I always thought, oh, this isn't going to work. This is going to be bad. Well, George knows, I used to get mad at my husband because he's always been a carnivore, not even on purpose or even being aware. He just has been a big meat eater. And I used to think, oh my God, this man, he's going to have gout and a heart attack. I used to get so worried about him. Turns out he was in better shape than I was.
Talking about I was just thinking, since we're on the topic of constipation as well, just to clear it up, a lot of people mistake on carnivore, like not going to the toilet for constipation.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, if you don't have bloating, pain, that sort of thing, it's not constipation. It's just that when you only eat meat, you actually absorb most of what you put in your body. So there's not much waste. I mean, fiber is just waste. You're not using it for anything. So that's why you might not go as often. I don't only maybe go a few times a week, maybe just once. Sometimes it might sound
Right.
crazy, but it's true. And it actually
No,
frees up my life so much, like so much time saved. I used to like bond with the toilet for 3 hours every day, right?
Yeah, me
When
too.
when I suffered from IBS.
Me too. IBS
Yeah.
was the worst. It
Yeah.
is gone.
Yeah, mine
I
as well.
can't say I ever won't fall off the
had
carnivore wagon. I can say I will never ever eat fiber veggie. There's just no way. The pain,
Yeah.
how I lived for so long, canceling events at the last second, all
Right.
the
I
time.
had to do that as well. And my family, they were there was always this inside joke, right? Where it's like, oh, we can't spontaneously go do things because we're gonna have to wait for Jonathan at the toilet for like 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah,
It's not even a joke. And
Yeah.
but I mean, IBS, it's such a stupid term, really, because it's basically just, oh, you have gut issues. We don't know what's actually wrong, so we're just gonna put this label on you. I don't know what's wrong with you, but whatever. You have IBS,
Right,
whatever
right.
that means. It doesn't mean
Jonathan,
anything.
I say that all the time. My frustrating. I say those exact words because we have this debilitating pain ruining our life. And they go,
Right.
oh, it's IBS. I'm like, I want some damn good, like Crohn colitis. I want a name. And I always felt like you don't know what it is. So you're just,
Right.
throwing a
Right.
name out there.
Yeah, one of the really weird little victories I didn't think about at Carnival is that it'd been years since I've been to the cinema or been to the theatre for any reason, because I was so big that the seats were uncomfortable, but also I had the IBS, so there was always trapped wind, which gave me really bad pains in my gut when I was sat in these seats. Now, several years down the line, and we have a rock singer here in the UK, a guy called Chris Lloyd, who is the lead singer of an Eagles tribute band called Talon. And he invited myself and Lainey to go as complimentary tickets to a local, when he was touring, well, he is still touring Britain. And I thought, well, I've got to be polite. So I thought I'm going to go. But I was kind of dreading it. But I sat in that seat and I had room to wiggle me tushy. And of course, I didn't have all the stomach cramps and all the bloating and all the built up flatulence. So I actually really enjoyed the event so much that myself and Lainey started going to the cinema again. And we're actually going again to see Chris with his band in January, because they're playing 10 miles away and he's invited us back. So yeah, this is another non-scale victory, which never occurred to me would happen, but it has done. And also, I flew for the first time for 20 years this year, and again, sitting in the aircraft seat and being able to
That's
get
a big deal. Yeah.
being able to get the seatbelt around me. It just changed the whole experience of sitting on an aircraft or in a theatre seat. It's really weird, the little things that we don't expect that we notice after going Carnival.
Oh yeah.
Right. Right. Well,
so
can
Dom,
you
I
guys...
have to tell you, I watch your show all the time. I tend not to put a chat, and honestly, I'm like, she must have so many, must be overwhelming. I mean, when I watch your videos, I mean, because I'll get 4 comments on my video I put 5 hours in. So you have to tell us a little bit about your channel, because it's so intriguing.
Yeah, you are the channel star on this particular panel.
We are all like, how do you do it? How do you grow? How do you do it every day? You are live all the time. I remember you're in your car all the time.
Well, because I do Uber, so yes. I film a lot when I'm out doing Uber, because I don't get a chance, and I have a busy household, so it's not very quiet here at home, so I do it in my car a lot. But I just started talking. I'm just real open about my life, and I just found out people can relate. Not everybody has perfect lives, and a lot of people. I talk about things that a lot of people won't talk about. I'm not embarrassed to talk about, what's going on in my life and all that. And that's where people started coming in, they're like, yes, I agree. I can relate to that and stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to make things perfect and be aesthetically pleasing with all my photography. And I was more concerned about that when I started. And I realized that's not why people are here, And I talk about my failures and doing carnivore and, having to lose so much weight and still trying to lose weight and just all that stuff. But I have to say that it helped that I got a viral video. I got that viral video, and that's what changed
You
things.
refer to that, and I've seen what is the viral video? I guess I could have looked it up, but what was it?
Yeah, everybody always
when
asks
did it go out?
It went out about a month ago, and it got almost 300,000 views, and that brought in a lot of new subscribers. I know, right? Because
Like
most
how
of
many?
mine.
Like, did it bring in 13,000 new?
Oh yeah. In a month, I was like,
Wow.
what? This is crazy. Cause I was struggling. I remember I was like at, 2,000-3,000. I thought I'll never be able to break 5,000, and now, yeah, it's grown a lot, but it's good and it's bad because I get a lot more comments and I feel bad because I don't have time to respond to the comments like I used to. And I try to, because I think it's so nice of these people to stop and tell me their stories and share with me. And I want to, but I just, I still do Uber and I still help with my grandkids. So I got a lot going on, but I really appreciate all the people that come to my channel and stuff. But yeah, it's just.
When I first met you, Dawn, you were so small that we used to basically have a running conversation in commentary, didn't we? In comments, because
I loved it.
About 3 or 4 of us, but I've long since given up trying to hold a conversation with you in comments now. It's email or nothing for us now.
I know. I'm like, it's definitely changed. I don't know how people that have big channels, how they do it. It's insane.
How many? What is your subscriber count now? I haven't checked for the last couple of or last week or so, Dawn. What is your? Do you know what it is roughly? Or just give us a ballpark figure.
I think I was at 18,600 something, which is good because last month I was at 5.
That is insane.
I think I can remember when you hit 1,000. I think was it January this year you hit 1,000?
I hit 1,000 in January. Yeah. And I finally got monetized, in January of this year. And that wasn't even the goal. I was just on here to talk to other carnivores and stuff. And my channel got monetized and I wasn't expecting it. So then after that, I just mainly talked about carnivore when I first started because I was obsessed. I get into these things and I get obsessed. That's all I want to talk about. And so for the first few months, that's basically all it was. But then I started making money doing it. And I was like, oh, this could be a job for me because, I'm 64. I was having a hard time going back into the workforce. And that I talk a lot about that. So I was like, I need to make money. And I realized you can make a lot of money doing YouTube.
I wouldn't know. We wouldn't know over here.
I was surprised. I was surprised because most people were saying, oh, no, you're only going to make a couple $100 a month or whatever. So, but right off the bat, my first check was like $800 even back then.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
And
See, now, do you have a lot of people, and I imagine you don't. I've had a little growth spurt here, and I really think people join just to put mean comments about, I don't know what I'm doing. I should go back to burgers and fries. I mean, I'm like,
biggest trolls you can imagine.
I've noticed that too. There are people that actually subscribe to you just to come back around to like send hate comments and stuff.
I am not alone then.
And then they sign up under a different name and they come back and it's them because of the way they talk.
That happens to you then. But it makes me feel less.
But I mean, those comments actually help you with like algorithm because the algorithm doesn't care if it's positive or negative.
Right. And I didn't know that at first.
It just needs a reaction.
Oh, yeah. And I reacted. I've had people tell me if I would just lose some weight, I might be pretty and maybe I could get a husband. I wouldn't have to work so hard. Because
I remember you saying that, even reading the comments on one of your.
I get all kinds of lovely comments like that, So now I'm fine with it. It doesn't bother me. I used to delete them. Now I keep them up and I let other people comment to them. You know.
Yeah, that's a common
Yeah.
misconception about you, isn't it, Dawn? Because Brian, isn't it? Yeah, he kind of hides in the background. You don't sort of mention, or
Yeah,
you do mention
people.
him.
Well, that's the goal. I told everybody if I get to 20,000 subscribers this next month, I'll actually interview my husband. I'll bring him out in front of the camera
That
because
would be
nobody believes
great.
I'm married. You know, they're like, because I never show him, and they're like, well, then why are you working so hard and blah blah blah. You know,
Oh.
yeah, I get a lot of criticism for that.
Would he do like a live series? Like Doug and I have a live shameless plug, every live 6 p.m. Eastern, every Sunday.
Nice.
And we started at a half an hour. Sometimes we go longer, but it's just me and Doug, and we don't talk about carnivore. I don't know what the hell we talk about, right, George? I don't know.
You just talk about your lives because
Yeah.
as Dawn has proved, basically, to grow your channel, don't stay in the carnivore lane, because people get, that people are more interested in our lives outside of carnivore as well.
Yeah, I mean, I
Right.
think the key is just being real and honest about things, and just having consistency as well. I think especially people who come to this sort of thing, I think they're sick of all the like flashy media and like all the AI stuff. I'm
hate
sick of
that.
all that stuff. I can't. I
Right.
have to like click off of it because it's like
Exactly.
it's just annoying at this point. So I think
Right.
most people, especially in this space, are more about like just seeing a real person, right? Just
Yeah.
Being
having real
authentic.
community, real people talking to them, and that sort of thing.
Yeah,
I
they
just
want to
love
see.
doing it. I just love doing it because my husband loves it. He just retired, and he's like, we don't get many watching live, and just enough, my friends, people I
Right,
love.
right.
But he gets so excited. He's going to be embarrassed, but like he won't watch this. But he gets really excited. And what's really funny is they see our real natural interaction. We do laugh a lot, but people also see me like not listening to Doug, giving Doug, and I'll tell you, the women just give me jab. They're like, Doug's so sweet. Leave Doug alone. Don't pick on Doug.
Oh, of course.
He loves it.
Right.
We were talking about facial surgery and he should have a chin lift. It's a joke because I'm always doing that. And everyone's like, Doug doesn't need surgery. And I'm like, oh, for God's sake, should I leave the stage and put Doug on?
Right.
Brilliant.
I mean,
Yeah.
your catchline, Juliet, is that it's the half-hour week that you and Doug actually get on very well, isn't it?
I always say the 30 minutes a week, we actually get along for 30 minutes. I mean, we're on camera, so we got 30 minutes, we get along.
I'll have to tune into that because honestly, I've only done a few lives. Usually they're collaborations, but the lives that I've done just on my own by myself, those don't get a lot of views. So I don't do those anymore.
I would be honored if you would show up tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern. That would be 3 p.m. Pacific. Not that
I'll be out doing Uber, but I watch YouTube when I'm in my car.
Yeah.
So
you're going to quit Uber soon, right? I mean,
yeah. Now that once I start if I make this kind of money consistently, this is our retirement fund. Yeah, then I can quit Uber. But right now, I'm not at that point. It's because YouTube isn't consistent. You could make thousands of dollars one month, and then the next month you could make just a couple hundred. You don't know. It's
hear that, Norris? That's what we're getting. We could make 1,000 one month, maybe.
And you know what the best part though? Not even the pay, which is nice, obviously, but you get people send you freebies. I've gotten a free treadmill. It's a really nice treadmill, and all I had to do was show me walking on it. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Yeah. People ask if they can send you things, and I'm like, "Okay, what do I have to do?" And they said, "Just show it in one of your videos." I get ads, but mainly they're for things that I don't care for. I get ads to do like makeup and handbags and hair stuff. I won't do those. My granddaughters are like, Nana, take it, give it to me if you get that stuff. But you have to give them a shout out, and I'm not going to do something that I don't really believe in. But so that's why
one of your most compelling backstories, Dawn, was when you decided to go back when you lost your regular job earlier on this year, I think it was, wasn't it? And you said, right, I'm going to go back into the regular workforce. So you looked for a job, because you had the blinkers on. You thought, I have to be a regular workforce worker. So you applied left, right, and center, and they either ignored you or they rejected you. And
right.
But with this energy that you've got, you suddenly thought outside the box. You thought, no, I can actually go and make some money on YouTube and also go and do Uber. And so so instead of thinking I must have a job, you've now created a couple of income streams for yourself, which are not sort of contract work. And I think that's been a very compelling story, which is a lot of people have actually really taken to that. And that
was my viral video. That's what that was about. And it was a very short video, but I was just telling people, I try to encourage other people to get on YouTube and to tell their story. Because, people are sick of AI and perfectionism, and they want to hear from real people, and they want to know what you're doing. And I'm unretired basically, and I had to find a job because I was at home for 7 years. I took care of my sister. It's all part of my story. And when I went back into the workforce, I was having trouble finding work. Nobody wanted to hire me. I was quite a bit older, and I gained a lot of weight. This is before I'd lost the weight. And so I was struggling. And so I turned to Uber because anybody can do Uber. If you have a car, you can do Uber. And they hired me. It's not a desirable job. It's not a career, but it brought in money right now. And I needed money right now. So that's why I'm doing Uber, and I want to quit that. But if YouTube takes off, maybe I'll just stick to that. But like I said, it's not one of those things you can depend on it goes up and down.
Like I can't wait to see you at 100,000. I'll be like, I knew her when.
Right. I'll be glad if I get to 20,000. What is it you have to get to? I think 100,000 before YouTube sends you that.
Yeah, you get like I think so. The silver.
Yeah, my grandkids want me to do that. They're waiting for that. I was like, 100,000. We'll see.
Are they so excited and proud? Like how cool this is, Grandma?
They're the ones that help me because I'm not tech savvy. They've showed me how to edit my videos.
Really?
They do help me with. They've done my intros. They do all that stuff. Yeah, my grandkids are very helpful. They always watch my video. They hype them when my videos have come out. They'll go and hype them now because that helps. You guys know about that?
Yes.
Yeah. And so they'll hype my videos and that helped with my viral video. But what's funny with that viral video? It didn't go viral right away. It flopped the first week. And I was like, nobody really liked it.
That's interesting.
I didn't know. I don't know how the whole algorithms work. So I don't know what happened or how that happened.
It is pretty strange though with all the algorithm stuff because like my content, right? Just the same stuff on different platforms. YouTube, for some reason, it just doesn't work with the same stuff. But then on other platforms, it's working really well for me. But then YouTube just for some reason completely flops. So I don't know. It's really strange.
Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know like TikTok, and I know people do it. They make money over there and stuff. I can barely handle doing YouTube. I tried to start a second channel, and I can't. It's too much work. So, but I just keep telling everybody, just keep telling your story. There's room for everybody on YouTube, and you just never know when things are going to take off. And once like you get a viral video and they push your video out, then people get to see you because you could have a great channel, but if YouTube isn't pushing you out, nobody's seeing you. They don't know. And until you get out there in front of a lot of people and then they see you, then your channel has a chance of growing. So that's what happened to me. I was stagnant for the longest time. I was, under 5,000. I just couldn't get above that. I thought, this is it. This is where I'm going to be. And then just that one video, got pushed out. God only knows why, because it didn't right away. And there's nothing special about that video. I just basically tell other people to make a YouTube channel, but everybody talks about that. You see that a lot. So I wanted it to go viral for carnivore. That's what I wanted when I was doing all this. I wanted one of my carnivore videos to go viral and people to recognize me in that area. And so I was really disappointed that didn't happen, but that's okay because now people that come and watch me, they know I'm doing carnivore. They ask me about it. And that's important to me. I want to help people with that. So that's when George told me about this. I jumped on it because I haven't done a lot with the carnivore community in a while. When's Healing Humanity? When is the documentary coming out? I've been waiting. I thought it
Yeah,
was going to come
George.
out this year.
Ambassador, when is that coming out? George is in charge.
Yeah.
Early in the new year, I can tell you that, but exactly when I don't know. But it is early in the new year. They're kind of getting close now, so it's,
That's going to turn things around, man. You know,
they
that's gonna
finished.
open
They
people's
finished
eyes.
filming. It's just a question of editing and getting everything right now. So yeah, it won't be long. It'll be early in the new year sometime.
Okay, I'm waiting for that.
I have to do a shameless plug, but not for me. And Don, I think you would love this channel I just put up. Be Strong Like a Grizzly. I don't know how old she is. She teaches you everything about living like outdoors in the woods, what to do if a bear cub. What it is the
Oh,
most
you know it. I love that kind of stuff.
Okay, it's at Be Strong Like a Grizzly. I was watching her for a while. I think I met her on Rick's channel, the 42-year carnivore, and I was watching for a while, and somehow she got off my radar. And then I started watching. She had her. I love those 5-6 minute videos because I stay and watch them. Hers are so good, absolutely.
Yeah, just to point out, I've just suddenly I've realised that she's changed her channel name because she was Grizzly Warrior.
Yes.
And that's probably the reason. And she just reminded everybody to go and check that if we're still subscribed, because I know Grizz as Grizzly Warrior. So Be Strong Like a Grizzly. Yes. I will be checking that I'm still subscribed to after this, because I'm a country boy, and it's great the way she teaches us how to deal with a bear and how to survive out in the wild.
And here's the thing, she's so kind, because I will put me. I'm like, this is great. Well, not like I'd ever go out in the woods. I'd stay at a Hilton, but she's so but she's still. I do learn a lot.
Grizz is saying that she still is Grizzly Warrior, so it's a bit like Amy. It's a bit like Amy because she's Keto Rockstars and Rocking Coach Amy. So some people do have two identities. So it's either Grizzly Warrior or Be Strong Like a Grizzly by the looks of it.
Yeah, I've just subbed.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. It still says Grizzly Warrior, but then under it says at Be Strong Like a Grizzly.
Ah, okay, so it's one of those. Yeah.
So I was Coach Juliet Edens, but I like the Coach Juliet Edens because a lot of people just say Coach. They got used to it, and then now I'm Juliet Edens, and everyone's like, "Who are you?" What?
I know when you change your name, it throws people off.
It's kind of the same when I changed mine now. Everyone knows me as like Norse, or as I call myself Norse Carnivore. And then I changed it to Ancestral Clarity. And now everyone's like, I get questions like, oh, are you still doing carnivore? Or why did you change it? And all that sort of thing.
Let's see if I can find it right now. Ancestral Clarity?
Yeah, that's the one.
Hey, Jason Keto. I don't know if you saw my comment. I went to one of your shorts and said, Just Jason, watch the video I dropped today, because I talk a little bit about my background, like my carnivore journey, the before, and I got the idea from Jason because I found an old video of his. I was going through the playlist from 3 years ago, and it's a before and after, like you, George, or you, Carl, and I just couldn't believe the Jason I knew, because we're sort of new friends. His background, and I think sometimes we forget where we came from. Like, I forget to tell my story all the time. Like, it's only a year, and I imagine by 2 years I'll be talking about, I don't know, climbing trees, right, because I forget why the people coming in don't know my background. So he motivates.
Yeah, it's important to introduce yourself.
But often, I guess, because people, they're new, right?
Yeah, you get new people. They don't know who you are or what your channel's about. Exactly. Good. Okay, I just subbed to you. I've been with Carl forever and George. So
you weren't subbed to me, Don. You were not subbed to me before. I've been watching you like here.
I might have been, and then YouTube unsubs you sometimes. That's my excuse.
Oh, I'm teasing you. I've actually
seen that.
Totally.
But I will be now. Let's see. It's just under your name.
Juliet Edens. Yeah. Sometimes it'll say Coach Juliet Edens. Depends on YouTube's day.
Yeah, Carl, what affected you? Went from Carnivore Nation to the Primal Lifestyle. What's
I started off as Carnivore Nation, but then I wanted, because I'm doing a
Ah.
self-funded PhD, and I wanted to do a bit of a wider. So I wanted to take keto, paleo, primal, and different versions in. So I changed to the primal lifestyle, and initially my channel took a dip because of that. But now I'm not in Dawn's era, but I'm now 1,100 and so I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite bespoke and focused. I'm not as broad spread, and perhaps I'm listening to what Dawn's saying. Perhaps I should give more of my personal side out rather than focusing on a specific subject and trying to. I've been getting quite
Okay.
detailed into certain areas. I take on board what Jonathan said also about being real people, because one of the things I do in the daytime is AI. And I actually did one of my most successful ones is I got a photo of me 2.5 years ago. I brought it to life and I interviewed myself from 2.5 years ago. And that got an interesting response, but it was manufactured because it was literally a photo of me that I created myself as AI. And then I do stand-up comedy as well. So I put a bit of humor into it, which I think went, because I think one of the things is, oh no! If you go on my channel, and you'll find it. It'll be on there. So I interview myself.
I mean, that's
but
like a creative and fun way to use it, though.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, I saw something that Lee Copus did the other day, and I've messaged him saying, "Is that okay if I copy it?" He interviews himself, or he interviews a caveman, saying about, "Oh, how do you get on with substance, and do you have breakfast?" And the way the caveman was answering, "No, I eat meat."
I saw that. Yeah,
and that's brilliant. I thought that was absolutely brilliant. And I said, and I've asked him for his permission, that I would then spend 40 odd hours and I'll get an AI of a caveman and I'll do an interview with a caveman on the same type of subject. But I need his permission to do that, because from my comedy circles, you don't pinch anyone else's material without their permission. So I see what you say, and I think perhaps I do need to be a bit more of my story rather than me saying, this is statins, this is what's bad about statins, this is this. And that's where I've gone down my niche. So perhaps I'm just hearing Dawn, I might try and be a little bit more personal.
That's true.
I also
any
kind
of
of
you guys-
forget to tell mine very often, because I usually just do it on like podcasts with other people, and then on my own I'm like getting out the information or whatever, and then I kind of forget that, oh, maybe I need to tell it on my channel as well, or my social media platforms as well, to my actual followers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't that funny? Did any of you guys ever watch Garron, Garron from Ireland? He's a comedian, hysterical.
No.
Oh, he
What's
he
his
has
name?
Garron, Garron. He has what,
G.
300,000 followers, and he drops these shorts, and I swear he'll drop it. Doug and I will watch it because he's hysterical, and you just watch the views within 10 minutes. Click, up to 1,000, up to.
Oh, doesn't that kill you? Yeah, I see people, they'll drop a video and they get thousands like in the first 20 minutes.
But
Like,
he's so
what the heck?
funny. Oh my gosh. But he started a channel, I think in 2022, because he's a great singer, guitar player, musician. And it got little traction, not much, like us, or well, except for Don, like us, a couple thousand, But he's funny. So when he started being funny, I think it was early, like being himself, like you said, Don. Oh my gosh, the channel literally exploded. And he just does these shorts making fun of the Brits, the Americans, as that he'll apologize without apologizing. And he's hysterical. And I get paid nothing. And I think I should be paid something by him, a referral.
Is it
fee.
just Garron?
Is it just Garron, the guy with a big beard?
Yeah.
Yes, he's a big guy. Let me see.
Yeah,
I kid.
Right, I'm going to
Oh,
watch
yes.
his stuff as well.
That's
yeah.
him. He's so
Yeah.
funny.
Okay. Yeah, 549,000
Wow.
subscribers. Awesome. Yeah.
The thing is, he just makes fun of everybody equal, but not mean. And he'll just go, apparently, with his Irish brogue, I can't do it. I owe Sweden an apology. Apparently, but he doesn't apologize. He goes, apparently, the fact that you all have whatever big fee, and I brought it up, offended you. but you do have big feet, so he never apologized. It is
Right,
so
right.
That's
Oh, that's
funny.
great. Yeah, I will check him out for sure.
Tell him I sent you. No, I'm kidding, because you watch the live and the comment, or it's just like insane. It's
Right.
one of the biggest live things I've ever seen that I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. I would be so overwhelmed with anxiety, I think. So maybe that's why I choose not to get 300,000 followers. Yeah. It
Right,
would cause
right.
anxiety.
It does. Yeah, I can imagine. But can you imagine what these people make?
Well, it says on his channel, he says that in the last 7 days, he's had 5.9 million views, and he earned last month earning was between $38,000 and $113,000.
Is that in like,
A month?
That's on
or
his
a year?
channel.
is
Now
that
that's
like
for 7
entirely?
days.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
So no, the earnings was for the last month. Estimated monthly earnings is $38,000 to $113,000.
And that
It's
all
nuts.
like just went viral like in January. I mean, maybe I should switch directions, but I can't sing. I can't play guitar. I'm not
Oh,
funny.
hi, Diana.
Yeah, but I
My
mean,
friend
don't,
Diana, she started a channel. She's here, Lonely in Truth. She just
Absolutely.
started a channel a couple months ago. I totally encourage her to do it. She's got close to 4,000 subs now. Yeah.
Excellent.
Hey, congratulations.
Diana goes out with you on Uber trips, doesn't
Yeah,
she?
she goes with me when I
Yeah,
do
so-
Uber because she does it too. And I was like, you need to have a channel. I knew she'd be good for YouTube. And yeah, and her
Aw.
channel is really taking off, but she's switching directions too because she kind of pigeonholed herself into one area, and then you only get so many subs doing that. So she's kind of opened it up, to cover a wider range, and she's bringing in more people. So she's working on that. So I'm just really proud of her.
Aw.
But she
Lonely
wanted to
Truth.
switch to carnivore.
So what was her main channel about, and what direction is she going in? Just so we know a
Well, she
little
was
bit about
mainly
her.
focusing on people that are with partners that are on the spectrum unknowingly. A lot of times people get hooked up and fall in love with people and they don't realize they're on the spectrum.
Right.
And it was a challenge. And now she deals with dysfunctional relationships and family issues. She's written books, and she used to live in a Buddhist monastery, and she had her life has been the right personality to YouTube. So yeah, I'd highly recommend her. Did you lose us? Because I lost you guys for a minute there.
Just very
Yeah,
brief.
no, I think I lost you for a minute, Don.
yeah, that's what happened for me too.
Yeah, I live in a valley, and our internet is terrible here. So that I usually am nervous when I do collaborations because
you're at the very base of the Big Bear Mountain, I think, aren't you, Dawn? I think you can see Big Bear from your front garden.
Yeah, Big Bear is right behind me here, and I'm and then there's San Jacinto on the other side. So I'm in between these huge mountains. I'm just down in a valley, and it's out in the boonies, and we don't have really good reception up here. So, but thank you for having me. This was fun, you guys. Did you know we've already talked almost 2 hours?
I know.
Wow.
I was just going to say it's almost my dinner time. I've been eating. If you're wondering what I'm eating, it's fat.
For me, it's almost midnight.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you poor guy.
Myself and Carl are an hour
Wow.
behind Jonathan, so it's but it's
Oh yeah,
good
what
fun,
time is
isn't
it over
really?
there, George?
It's 10:42 p.m.
Oh, you guys. Well, we're keeping you up, and
No,
I got to
far
go
from
out and work.
We
Yeah.
have to do this again.
We
That
must
was
actually.
fun
Yeah,
with
it's fun.
you. Yeah, it's always nice to meet new carnivore people too and stuff because they don't come to me anymore like they used to. I used to get people that were in the carnivore community, and because I don't just focus on that, I haven't met a lot of new people. So this is fun. Thank you.
Oh.
Thanks,
Yeah.
George.
Okay.
For
Any
inviting
last
me.
words before
I
we go
do
off?
miss you, Dawn. So let's do some more
I
of these.
know.
I think.
Yeah,
And
make
I
it
know-
a more
I know that
regular.
I know that Juliet and Carl are very good at running the panel show. So we'll see what we can.
Right. Yeah, I'm available. Except for the time change. I know it's hard for Carl and you. You guys are like,
Right, no problems. As long as we time it correctly, it's fine.
Hang on a minute. We invented time. Greenwich Mean Time starts at 0. It's you lot behind us, apart from Jonathan, who's ahead of us.
Yeah, I'm 1 hour ahead.
Yeah, because it's almost 3:00 here in the afternoon.
That's actually true because all the allied militaries around the world, they do use GMT because it's called Zulu time in the military. And wherever you are in the world, be you UK, Australian, or USA, you actually do use the GMT as the checkpoint. So, for example, now it is 22:44 Zulu, and I can guarantee that all of your forces around the world will be using that time. So that's that time zone. So it's a bit weird, really. But
Right? Interesting.
Right. So are we
someone-
wrapping
Well, I'll
up?
be seeing you guys on your channels. I'll stop by and say hi. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So thank
Okay,
you for
well,
having me. It was
Thank
fun.
you, guys.
Good to
It's been
see you,
great
little
fun.
brother. Good to
So
see you,
sad to
Yeah,
see
it's
Carl.
been
everybody
fun.
go.
It was great meeting you.
Yeah, nice
Like
meeting
and
you.
subscribe.
If
Yeah,
we can help you,
guys.
Jonathan, promote Carnival in your area, let me know. I'll try and help you.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Yeah,
You're
and as I say,
awesome.
my great thing is let's get some tourism going, carnival tourism going. Dawn lives down near Anaheim and near LA, so
Yes,
go down
please.
to California, let her know you're coming, and she'll
Right.
she'll tell you where to get where the best places to go.
I'll
are,
be
and
your
that's-
tour guide. Yeah.
Guys, I
Exactly.
live in Missouri. I'll go anywhere. I'd love to be back. I lived in San Diego. I'd love to be back. So we'll make
Oh,
it
I
happen,
didn't know that.
everybody.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll have
we'll
to do that.
Ellen.
We'll definitely look into the San Diego meetup in January. I'll let you know, Dawn, by email what that's all about, and then perhaps you can advertise it on
Yeah.
your channel. And obviously, myself and Carl will be advertising all of the meetups over here.
Yeah. Keep me clued in.
Yeah, and and then Jonathan, by the sounds of it, is talking about getting a bit of a Norwegian going over there. So yeah,
Yeah, and I'd
get-
love to come over to the UK as well for those. I mean, it's not
Oh.
far for me. It's like an hour flight, so
Yeah, well, I'll get you booked into the hotel as well if you confirm the dates, Jonathan. That's no problem at all. I let you know, Julia, I will be booking you into the hotel for tomorrow with the dates you've given me. I will be booking Stephanie and Nikki in because they've already asked. Carl, I don't know how you want to play it, but it's up to you. But we are going to try and book out the whole of that hotel for a carnival weekend. And yeah, they cook everything in butter in the morning, all the eggs, the bacon, the sausages, the liver, the halloumi. It's all done in butter, so it is carnivore friendly. And they know now, and because I've been friends with them for years, when they serve a steak, they know not to put any. If I say we have it carnivore style, there's no sides at all. It just comes as a steak on the plate. So yeah, they might offer you eggs or bacon as a side, but yeah, they do know not to put any greenery or any sides on it at all. So it's a carnivore friendly establishment, which is good.
nice.
Awesome. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Love you all.
Okay, then,
too.
Juliet. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
So
She's
now
left
what?
it live.
So
She's
now
left
alive.
we're still live, and Juliet hasn't pressed the button, has she? Has anybody,
Wait, let's see.
Yeah, I
Is
never know how
anybody
this
else-
works.
So
Does
this could
anybody
be a
else like
24-hour
that?
event now.
Because I'm also live, so how do I end this? That's the
Yeah,
question.
how do we end it?
We needed Juliet to stop the live button. I don't think any of us have got the permissions to do that.
it might be an idea if I give her a ring on WhatsApp. I've got
Yeah, do you want to let her know? Should we do a dance and singing routine for the people watching?
Right.
There's a pretty,
Well, no,
there's a
I'm
pretty
only
funny,
here-
there's a pretty funny song from like a Norwegian band, or I don't know if it's an original from them, but they sing like, "Yes, we have no bananas. We have no bananas today." Yeah, yeah.
That's an old song. I
Right.
know that.
Juliet.
How funny. It just
Pretty
says
funny
I'm
for
on the
this.
just checking
show.
because we're still chatting away,
It's
Mary
on
on the live
right
because you've abandoned
side,
us.
it's like-
Can't end the live. I don't know if you get back on the live.
Does anybody know how to?
Because you-
oh, I
because
can
you
get
abandoned-
removed from stage.
Because it's your channel, therefore you need to end the live, Juliet.
Oh, this is hilarious. Always look
We
on
can do,
the
yeah.
bright
Dawn's
side of life.
left. I think the only way we're going to get out of this is if we all basically leave. So,
I
okay,
can do my line impression.
okay. Juliet's going to come back on. Right, we'll see you in a second,
Oh.
Juliet.
I don't know how it came over you two. Did my line impression come over all right or not? If you don't like, I could do tiger, panther
with a glass.
With a glass. Yeah, that's the trick. You see,
that's cool.
I suppose we could all just gradually fade away and say goodbye one at a time.
You should just start making videos where you teach people how to do that.
You know, I think I'll do a 5-minute video of me.
Why are
just
you guys
being
still on the live?
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Why are you still here?
Because you haven't closed the live. You've got to close the. It's your channel.
What, you bloody American!
Dawn's
you not be the superpower of the world, eh? I do worry sometimes.
I thought I was gone. I just, Carl, you get to know me. I mess up every single time.
But that's real.
I remember.
Honestly, don't worry. I did an hour's interview with Stephanie Taylor to then find out she forgot to press record, and she said, "Can you do it word for word back?" No.
That's terrible.
Stephanie never told us about that one, Carl. That's
she not? No. I've dropped her in it now, and But honestly, and that was brilliant. We went into so much detail and so much good, and then she went, "I've got a confession to make. I forgot to press record." Brilliant.
I haven't done that, but I shouldn't laugh because I'm sure I will. And
so I'm not being funny. It looks like the audience are being more entertained since this has happened than all the facts and figures.
Yeah, so someone said we should just carry on and never end this thing.
I remember when you were interviewing Kat Herman, Juliet, and everything went a bit wrong for you, and you said, "George, come and rescue me." So I had to come on, jump, and be your co-host for the first 10 minutes.
You had to jump on my live and be the host.
Yeah, exactly. And then you came back and kicked me off unceremoniously. But even so, it was. We all cover each other, don't we? Really?
No, people cannot still watch. We all have to end our days and eat our food. All I want to do is eat, guys. What to eat?
Right. Well, press.
So where it says record, if you press where it says recording, it should then say stop recording.
I'm going to end stream and end.